Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first of a series of 12 webinars curated by Selectpath to provide organizations and their decision makers information and guidance to stay on their right path journey. My name is Hart. I'm a right path advisor, and I will guide you through today's topic, the Plan Administrator's Checklist. This presentation will be recorded and sent out to registered attendees, and a hyperlink will be provided in our client resource page on our website. We ask that all members mute their mic until the end of the session. We will ask individuals who have questions to use the chat feature, which we monitored, or to jot down your questions to ask at the end of the formal presentation. Selectpath will create a record of these questions and answers and will be made available along with the presentation. We are anticipating that the presentation will take no more than 20 minutes, which will leave plenty of time to answer questions. We recommend that organizations reach out to their Selectpath advisor to learn more about the issues covered in this session and obtain any documentation or information circulars referenced during the presentation. This presentation is intended to be a guide, and as such, we recommend seeking legal guidance before making any changes which have legal implications. The opinions expressed are those of the presenter and do not necessarily reflect the opinion of the organization or your own advisor. If you find today's presentation informative, we recommend that you share with anyone you feel would benefit from it. Now, let's get started with the checklist. The Plan Administrator Checklist is an evolving working document created out of the knowledge and experience of advisory teams whose work is focused in the employee benefits field. While the checklist is applicable to most organizations regardless of their size and jurisdiction, our focus is primarily on small to medium entrepreneurial businesses operating primarily in the province of Ontario. For some of you, you may not be aware of all of the facets of Selectpath's product and service offerings. As one of Canada's largest owner-operated financial services firm, our businesses are organized into 4 unique offerings. Our employee benefits and pension planning practice boasts the region's most experienced, knowledgeable, and credentialed team, serving over 1,600 organizations and managing over $500,000 of premium and over $300 million of assets under management. Our benefits and pension division is an industry leader in helping organizations develop, implement, and manage your employee benefit and pension program as part of your overall total compensation strategy. And as such, overall organizational strategy to attract and retain your most valuable asset, your staff. Complementary to our benefits division, our financial planning practice works with organizations and their people to build a secure future with a team of certified financial planning experts. From insurance to wealth management, we can help individuals stay on their right path to success and security. Our human resource management practice is a scalable resource to help organizations manage their workforce with a hire to retire perspective, helping organizations execute their right path to growing talent. Our 4th area of expertise is helping organizations review and implement human resource information systems and payroll systems. Our team will help your organization build the technology to manage and compensate your talent. While not in this overview, Selectpath is part of the Navicord family of companies. Navicord's combined property and casualty business rank it as the 4th largest broker in Canada. This breadth of knowledge, experience, and access to markets make them the perfect partner for your home and auto and commercial insurance needs. Let's get started with the checklist. Our checklist is broken down into 4 key areas of risk: taxation, privacy, administration, and liability. There are 2 primary taxation issues for most clients. The first is ensuring that employer-paid premiums for life, accidental death and dismemberment, and critical illness are added to the employee's T4 for tax purposes. Regardless of who pays the premiums, a beneficiary will receive the proceeds of the benefit tax-free. Where the plan members participate in benefit program premiums, directing these contributions to life, accidental death and dismemberment, and critical illness would be effective at minimizing taxation. It is important to note that for our Quebec-based plan members, you'll need to add all employer contributions to health and dental benefits as a taxable benefit. To ensure plan members do not have to pay income tax on any disability benefit payouts, they must contribute 100% to the premiums. Revenue Canada does not recognize partial taxation if there is premium sharing with the employees on the disability benefits. For those employers who wish to pay the premiums as total compensation but want to ensure a tax-free payout at claim time, the employer must add the disability premiums to each pay as a taxable benefit to qualify for a tax-free payout at claim time. Retroactively adding the applicable premiums to year end T4s does not qualify based on Revenue Canada's interpretation on wage loss replacement plans. To avoid anti-selection within a benefit plan, most benefit providers require that an eligible member must enroll within 31 days of the applicable waiting period. Otherwise, they are a late applicant and potentially can be declined for coverage based on medical underwriting. This also includes dependents. This means that a plan administrator must ensure that they are following up with new members to submit their enrollment materials within this window. There are some fantastic technology tools available to help with this risk, and we touch on this later. Equally important to enrolling members who want to be on the plan is limiting the ability for members to opt out of benefits. By allowing members to avoid participating, you are opening your organization up to a significant legal risk should the employee change their mind at a later date. While it is perfectly fine for members to opt themselves or dependents out of health or dental coverage where there's an equivalent spousal plan, they still must enroll for any life or disability coverage that your plan has. These spousal opt-outs should also disclose their dependents so that if they need to come back on your plan due to a loss of spousal coverage, they can do so without triggering the late applicant status. One of the often missed liability issues is ensuring that your plan members exiting the program are aware of any conversion privilege they may have on termination. To help with this, Selectpath has created a document available on our client resource section of the website. We have also created and will be monitoring an email address, conversion@selectpath.ca. Our conversion specialist will walk members through their choices and ensure they understand their rights and privileges as outlined in your employee benefit contract. Communicating your benefits can be hard. Members often do not read the booklets and can be disinterested until they need to use the plan. Plan sponsors need to be very cautious about creating supplementary documents to communicate the plan, because errors in reporting coverage can be a liability. Selectpath carries errors and omissions insurance to protect against these risks and are happy to help build the right communication plan for your plan members. Equally important is that members have access to the most recent plan documentation. While technology tools like smartphone apps and secure member portals have reduced the need for booklets, having current ones can make your life easier when plan members ask you questions about the program. The risk associated with non-evidence maxims is one that is often misunderstood. Many benefit plans may have a non-evidence maximum that is different from the maximum benefit. The difference between the two is that coverage above the non-evidence maximum is only attainable after the member satisfies all required medical underwriting. Ensuring that your members understand this and are prompted to submit the required evidence will limit your risk as the plan sponsor should a member challenge their knowledge of this additional coverage and requirement. Providers are all over the map on this, so it's important that plan administrators stay vigilant and review billing statements to uncover this risk and notify plan members. There are fantastic technology tools that can help here, and we will touch on this later. Privacy is a major concern for most people. With this in mind, it's important that any information that is collected for the benefit plan stay confidential and only be used for the specific purpose of managing the benefit plan. Due to concerns over what the employer knows about the employee's health, we are strongly recommending that plan administrators do not get involved in plan member claims. Selectpath will provide your members the advocacy and support directly while maintaining the confidentiality of health conditions of your members. Providers and advisors often submit reports that contain identifiable plan consumption. Safeguarding or destroying these reports is an important step in ensuring personal health information does not become prejudicial. While providers typically provide anonymized claims reports, it is important to stay vigilant on this issue. The same concern can be raised about helping your plan members respond to provider requests for additional information that may be required to satisfy reimbursement of claims or additional coverage. Plan sponsors should not keep copies of any plan member submissions or forms on file. Personal health information can be prejudicial, whether purposely intended or not. Plan members must handle their own submissions, and Selectpath will help. Selectpath often hears from plan sponsors that they're concerned about making changes to the plan or the provider. This is why employers should ensure that all employment agreements contain the right to change the coverage with a reasonable stated notice period. The employment agreement is also the time to implement any policy about continuation of benefits for members who are not actively at work. This issue of continuation of benefits has been a consistent hotspot for our clients over the years. We can share a sample policy, which we'll touch on later. Plan sponsors are taking on material risk in terms of administration, and this is why they should consider implementing some form of benefits administration technology to track timelines, eligibility, keeping dependent information up to date, and notifying members of medical underwriting requirements. Selectpath has made significant investment with Benefits HQ for our clients. You should reach out to your Right Path advisor for a demo. Benefit plans typically have stringent rules associated with eligibility. It's important to ensure only eligible members are enrolled to avoid nullifying the contract or coverage for an ineligible member. These two risks can result in significant financial loss. It's a new calendar year, and T4s are being produced for the employees. It's a good time to ensure that T4 income is updated and reported to the provider, thereby ensuring all benefits related to income are up to date. Establishing a policy of when you will update incomes and sharing it with plan members will limit your risk. Providers will typically use the lower of reported earnings or actual earnings when paying claims, so overstating or understating incomes is a financial risk. Notifying your advisor of any members off work for more than 5 to 6 weeks will help reduce the risk of stale-dated disability claims. While there is a clear division of risk between WSIB, WCB, and the group insurer, they both must be notified in a timely manner to avoid an issue down the road should they potentially integrate based on the plan members' changing health. So why do we take this checklist so seriously? Well, there are 4 main issues. Benefits form part of the employment agreement, and as such, they should be held in the same reverence. Employers and plan administrators have a legal duty to maintain and report information necessary to manage the plan. Your contract outlines this. Increasingly, providers are offloading administration to plan sponsors and therefore plan administrators. Effectively, plan administrators have become data entry clerks for the providers. With this in mind, the checklist is your first step to protecting yourself against possible risks. Benefit plans provide coverage to protect against unforeseen loss or injury. As such, the financial risk can be significant. Since a benefit plan is effectively a promise between the plan sponsor and the member, there is significant reputation risk for the employer if something goes wrong. Here are 4 steps to better manage your risks. Step 1 is to be proactive and use the checklist. Whether you obtain your list from our Client Resource Center, review the one embedded in our renewal document, or reach out to your Selectpath advisor, the first step is to know the risks. Step 2 would be to do the work with your advisor to address any shortfalls you believe exist. Selectpath created the list, so we know how to address each risk to come to a beneficial resolution before it's too late. Step 3 is to reach out to your advisor to take advantage of documents and tools we have created and secured purposely to reduce the risks covered in this presentation. Step 4 is to ensure you have adequate liability insurance protection as part of your commercial liability insurance. This is a relatively inexpensive coverage and provides you the last element of protection should an unforeseen liability occur. If you do not know if you have this coverage, let us know, and we can arrange a no-cost audit of your commercial program. At Selectpath, we're always happy to connect. Whether you give us a call, send us an email, like us on Facebook, check out our site, catch one of our tweets, or follow us on LinkedIn, let's connect. This ends our presentation today. Thank you all for your time and consideration. We hope the presentation provided you some useful information. Feel free to share. We're looking forward to connecting. Bye for now.